flames, kiss the asphalt, defying boost gauge, red line, I just ignites the night, street lights of blue, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take. HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime's free. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me. Adrenaline symphony, rev some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a track strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me. No closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear. Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes and tires screech, flames, kiss the asphalt, defying boost gauge, red line, I just ignites the night, street lights of blue, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take. HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime's free. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me. Adrenaline symphony, rev some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a track strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me. No closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear. Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes and tires screech, flames, kiss the asphalt, defying boost gauge, red line, I just ignites the night, street lights of blue, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take. HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime's free. Racing to the edge till the stars realign me. Adrenaline symphony, rev some soprano. Pedal metal, chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a track strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap a gamer can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me. No closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear. Engines roar, heart is pounding, brakes and tires screech, flames, kiss the asphalt, defying boost gauge, red line, I just ignites the night, street lights of blue, chasing stars out of sight, punching gear shift, turbo scream savage, Cassie low like a snake, slithering past havoc, corners tight, grip slick, then use a handshake. Victory's the only drug I let my hands take. HVRL, where the speed defines me. Rubber burns, prayers leave the doubters behind me. High velocity, every second the crime's free. Racing to the edge till the stars
realign me.
Adrenaline symphony, rev sing soprano. Pedal metal chasing shadows like a desperado. Life's a track strip, blink and you'll miss it. Every lap of game, we can't play it safe or risk it. Helmet on, visor low, my thoughts in flames. The track's a battlefield, brewery calls my name. Apex predator, no cage can confine me. HVRL, the league that refines me.
Old closet air, I breathe ambition. Dreams fueled by octane, no intermission. Clouds of blood, but the finish line's clear. Every race a moment to conquer fear.
All right, everybody, welcome to the High Velocity Racing League Turning Laps podcast. Full house here with the admin team, Brandon Dayhoff, Chris Weiniger, Danny Gross, myself, Matthew Chase, Sean Wilder, and Sean Happy Happick in the box tonight for the conversation for the week that was in High Velocity Racing League. And as always, we'll get through it and talk about the races. But first, how's everybody's week? Start with Chris.
Mine wasn't too bad. Just playing around, getting settled into our new season, and trying to get through holiday shopping. So that one's almost knocked out. So that's about it for me. Nothing too grand for this week.
How about Danny? Danny, how was your week?
It was actually pretty good. I actually had off from the brewery this weekend. I spent time with my mom for her birthday yesterday. Got to see the family. So all in all, not a bad day.
Nice. Wilder?
Same old. Full days of work, and that's about it.
Playing engineer today, huh?
Trying to. I got a new rig. I got to piece it all together. Got all the parts strung out all over the place. But doesn't look too difficult, but it'll probably be time consuming. But yeah, looking forward to that.
Well, Brandon, the admin team knows how your week's been, but how's your week been?
Like you said, you all guys know, like I spent 3 days in the hospital, and now at the end of the weekend, I'm actually feeling a lot better. Still get some stomach pain once in a while, but all that, and I'm good.
Happy, how about you?
Oh, good. Just work. Luckily for me, I was able to get a lot of my Christmas shopping done last week. So, yep. Just plain old week for me.
I've got a lovely wife that takes care of the Christmas shopping for me. I don't have to touch it at all. I hate shopping, so.
Well, you got to shop for her at some point.
That's quick. That's one
That's
day.
what it's called.
That's just boom. We go in, we get it done. Boom. Yeah.
Online shopping.
Yeah, online shopping. There you go. See, I got the warehouse at work I could send it to if I needed to. But no, work and driving. I've been racing a couple of different leagues on top of ours, so. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've been doing. So, but all right,
Nice.
let's get into the week that was. We'll start off with the Xfinity Series. They started their season on Wednesday night, and kind of picked up right where we left off when we had the little half season there for Xfinity, as Bryce Fontaine with a victory, locking himself in to the playoffs with a pretty good performance for him, with Bryce Tucker finishing in the second spot. John Flamian in P3. Danny Gross ended up fourth, and then Happy in fifth for the top five. So how was the race? I didn't get to take part in that one.
I had fun in it. It was a pretty good race. There were some incidents that occurred, people getting tangled up.
Lap 0.
As far as a team goes for K&W, I think we christened the new members of K&W this last week as far as our reputation of wrecking one another. Unfortunately, I took out Kern. I think it was heading to the second end of the stage. So, but no, it was good. There's a good stretch where I was on the outside leading that outside lane, and some tight racing up there, and bottom lane and top lane, both of us, we couldn't get a true advantage over one another, so that was a pretty successful week.
How'd everybody else's race go? Happy, you were in the top five, I saw, so.
Yeah, it was I did okay. I mean, it's Daytona, and it was a full race, so not the duels, so a little bit more important. So I just try to stay out of the stuff as much as I can. I don't think I use a fast repair. I'm getting my Cup and Xfinity mixed up, but I'm pretty sure I didn't even use my fast repair. A little bit of
I don't think you
damage.
did.
Yeah, I got caught up. Had to like 2 or 3 minutes worth of damage with that checkup on lap 0. But other than that, I mean, after that, we only had what do we have? 8 cautions, 7 cautions. Probably about the same as the trucks, I think, but 10 more laps. So all in all, I mean, it was a pretty good race for the amount of drivers we had, which was over 40. So we're right at 40. So yeah, I'll take it. It'll probably be my best finish of the year. So I'll take the points.
Yeah, it looks like 8 cautions for 24 laps on the night, and that's including the stage breaks and everything too. So not too bad.
Yeah, there's a lot of incidents though. I mean, there's not too many guys that had single digit incident count. It was I don't know. I didn't even see most of the action. I was 2 laps down and not even in the pack, so I didn't get to see too much of what was going on. But yeah, still some things to clean up on a restart got kind of messy. But I think that was just somebody maybe taking off before the car in front of them went, and it caused a big stack up there. And then I mean, yeah, I mean, you had 24 caution laps. It's not terrible. It could be a lot better though, I think. So just got little things to clean up, and I think we'll be fine. You know, especially we get to the mile and a halfs, and I think we got Vegas, so should be a little different. Hopefully, this car it's not full throttle around Vegas, so it's you have to save tires and all that. So should be fun. A little more skill involved, I would say. You know, not saying there's no skill involved in these Daytona races, but there's a lot less that you can control at Daytona. You can control a lot at Vegas most of the time. So
yeah,
looking forward to moving on.
you can definitely be one of the better super speedway racers out there and still get caught up in somebody else's mess. So,
Yeah.
I'm definitely looking forward
Yeah.
to the 3 tires to see how people can manage those. So,
yep.
I'm excited for that.
Dayhoff, I see you were able to get in for that race. You ended up finishing in the 13th spot. How did your race go?
It was a good race. It was up and down. I mean, I got caught up in a few incidences. Ray Dratz was pretty good. I was up in the top 5 at the end, but I made a I wouldn't say I made a mistake. I just got too close to my teammate, and I guess I went back and watched replay. It was like a little bit of neck code caused that last caution of the race that put in the green-white checker. But it was a good race.
Okay. We went over the top 5 already. Taking a look at the playoff standings. Of course, Bryce Fountaine with the race win puts himself in position to make the playoffs as long as he's in the top 20 in points. Bryce Tucker in second place, 30 points above the cut line, with John Flamian in third, plus 24. Danny Gross, plus 21. And Shane Williams in fifth place, plus 16. You can see, I'm assuming Happy's got the graphic there anyway. And you can see the rest of the field there for the playoffs right now.
Yeah, Bryce and Bryce both got off to a real good start. So, yeah, it's going to be tough, especially with Fountaine having a good week there. I know he's going to be a contender if he's sticks through the whole season there. So that's going to make it tougher for us. But I'm looking forward to the mile and a half tracks. Like I said, should be a lot of fun. This season we're going to have a full field again in Vegas, most likely, probably close to 40 cars. So that's always fun when we can fill out the field and make it like as realistic as we can to the big boys on TV. So
yeah, and mile and a half. Oop, go ahead.
I was just looking ready forward to Vegas, get on that mile and a half like Wilder said, and see what people can do now compared to the super speedways.
Yeah, and Vegas is next on the docket for 120 laps on Wednesday night. like we said, 3 tire sets is going to be playing a factor as well. This car is hard to drive, definitely harder to drive than the trucks, and it's going to be a hard race for all those guys going to Las Vegas on Wednesday night. Anything else to talk about from Xfinity?
No, fun car, big field. Yeah, I thought it was a fun time. We'll see how Vegas goes. What do we have after Vegas?
After
What's
Vegas
it
is
in
Bristol, baby.
Oh yeah, well that should be fun if we get the same amount of cars show up.
Yeah.
Should be fun with 40 of those out there ripping around Bristol.
All right. Well,
It should be.
that will. Oh, we got to talk about the team points because it's not K&W at the top, right? Rub-a-Dub Racing up at the top of the team standings. Look at that.
Represent.
With Volunteer Racing in second and HBR in third.
We did have a good finish. What did we get, Danny? Like 1, 4, and 5, 1, 5, and 6, 1, 4, and 5. No, 2, 4, and 5.
2, 4, and 5.
Yeah. Pretty
Yeah.
good.
That's a great start.
We definitely jumped on some of these guys. Definitely some good teams out there. So I'm sure it'll be a pretty good battle between a bunch of the teams there.
All right. On to Tuesday nights with the ARCA series for season 2. We had the duel at Daytona for the ARCA guys. The first 2 qualifiers would be sitting on the pole for this coming Tuesday's race, and the winner will be starting in third if it wasn't one of the pole sitters. Who ended up getting the front row for this Tuesday's race?
Drew and McKee.
Okay, so veterans of the series.
Yep.
And then our car starting in third place, the winner of the duel was Forrest Martin in the number 19.
Yep. That was. Well, Dayhoff, you go ahead and talk about the race.
It was an interesting race. I mean, it was good, but we had way too many cautions for the little amount of laps we had. I mean, I would have chalked it up to people just thinking it's like, oh, I only got this many matches, and I got to get up there as quick as possible. That's probably a big factor. I would imagine these boys will have cleaned up in the actual race since they got more laps than they did in the duels. And I'll have my book this week for sure. So they've been getting off easy for a little bit. So now the penalties really start to hurt when they start getting out of line. So they'll straighten up real quick once they start getting penalties for the stuff they shouldn't be doing, and they need to go read that rule book before they get in too far in the season.
For sure.
Hashtag rulebook.
Yep.
That's the place to go to check out what your rulebook looks like.
But now the IPL starts, so these guys are really gonna start paying attention, and maybe that was just they knew the X's weren't going to be counted against them, so maybe they went a little bit more aggressive. So I'm hoping it'll be a lot better than what that showed us.
Yeah, well, the starting position is important. I mean, track position is always important at a super speedway. If you can get up front, then you're less likely to be involved. Usually less likely to be involved in incidents. It's not out of the realm of possibility that you still could get caught up in one. But being up front will be pretty important. And if you're not up front, being way in the back is going to be pretty important through most of the race. So 72 laps for the guys at Daytona this coming Tuesday night with a competition caution at lap 22. And again, the 3 tire sets won't matter too much at the super speedway, but they will matter further down the line throughout the rest of the season. So yeah, it's going to be a good race for the super speedway again. If you like super speedway racing, it'll be one to watch on Tuesday night.
What are their next few races there, Matt, while you have that pulled up?
Daytona in Kentucky before our Christmas break. So that'll be the next couple. 108 laps at Kentucky. That track can be very tricky, especially turns 3 and 4.
Like that.
Yep. You really got to rely on trail braking and being able to get your car as much as you can on the right rear as opposed to the right front, especially in turns 3 and 4. Turns 1 and 2 aren't that bad. Yeah, just utilizing trail braking and trying to get as much turn out of the car as possible, and also save tires, because tires are going to be ever important with only 3 sets. So got to be aware of that as well.
Wilder Day Off, y'all have any? I know you're broadcasting it, Wilder, and Day Off, you're series director in it, but y'all have any favorites going into, or list a couple of your favorites to watch out for going into not just Daytona, but the whole season in general?
Season in general.
I would go ahead,
Go ahead.
Dale.
I was gonna say the
Yeah.
season in general, I would imagine it'd be the veterans from last year that were in the playoff battle were definitely gonna be ones to watch this season, especially going into the playoffs. Uh, you never know what's gonna happen at Daytona, so I'm not sure exactly who to pick on that.
Well, I would say for Daytona, I think Drew's going to be tough to beat. I think he's pretty much a super. He likes his super speedways, I know, for sure. And he's starting up front. I think if he stays out of trouble, he'll be fine. As far as the season long points battle, I think Drew should probably be there. I definitely think Forrest is Forrest Martin, the guy who won the Daytona duel there. He's going to be something to contend with. He's very consistent and stays out of trouble, very clean. He stayed off the IPO, very low incident count throughout, and I think he's good at short tracks, and he's got the super speedway down, I guess. So he's going to be tough to beat. Brent McKee's probably going to be tough. Corey Moore. Just some of the guys. Fat Miller is probably going to be pretty good there.
Chase Keller, John Shields were tough last season as well.
And let's not forget about our newcomer Cliss.
Yeah, Donovan Cliss.
Yeah. So, I think it'll be closer than we think anyway. But Drew probably is the overall favorite, I would think.
And you got all these McLean guys. I mean, they all seem to be decent, if not fast, at least consistent. I know the guys that were with us last season were pretty consistent, Quinn and Sean, and now they got another one, Dylan, and he seemed to be fast. We'll see how it plays out for the whole season though, but look out for those guys.
Yeah, and as far as Xfinity, we'll go back to that real quick since we touched base. Just anybody's favorites on that one, or who to watch out for in the Xfinity? Anybody got any thoughts on that?
I'd say you'd have to say Fountaine right off the bat. If he continues along his track record that he has in previous seasons here with the league, you would not be able to leave him off that list there.
Yeah, I would say Fontaine's up there. Bobby Grady's always, Fry. Bobby Grady always shows pace in qualifying, and if he can get the race trim under control and be able to do well in that, he should be fine. CD Mangrum, he's been fast at times as well in the league. I'm just trying to look through some of the other guys.
I'm going through
Tucker, Wilder.
Tucker, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. It's Tucker, man. I know he's gonna put in some extra work. He said this season and really try to focus on practicing and being prepared for the races. So I would look out for Tucker to have a good year too.
Yeah, Wilder, you're always a threat on the road courses as well. I know Fontaine's in here now too, but you're always a threat for the road course racing. Anthony Hall as well as Tucker. All three of you guys have done really well on the road course racing, so you guys should all be ones to watch. Fry was pretty quick on the road courses in the Gen 6 last season as well. So yeah, there's a lot of good drivers. Mason Connell has shown speed as well throughout the Truck Series last season and the Gen 6 as well. So I mean, if he can put some stuff together, that's another one to watch out for. There's a lot of great drivers that are in this series that really could make a run, I think.
Yeah, and I'm going through the roster as well, kind of picking out some of the new names, and it's hard to mention them at this point just because we've only done Daytona and a super speedway, but we'll really be able to see where some of our new drivers stand after we get through these next couple of weeks, because like I said, we got Las Vegas, then Bristol, and then a road course. So I mean that's all your disciplines right there, right at the beginning of the season. So
Mhm.
Not just a road course, the newest road, one of the newer road
Yeah.
courses too. One we haven't run at. So
It'll be interesting, but yeah.
Yeah.
That league is stacked pretty good. So
Yep.
it'll be fun. to
Much
get in
like the
there.
I say much like Gen 6 last season, there were some really talented drivers in that. I think a lot of people surprised in the Gen 6 last season, and I think we could still see some surprises this season in Xfinity as well. So
For sure.
Yeah, I mean we're leaving a lot of people out that have a chance. It's just I mean Everly came in at the end of the season, was super fast. I mean there's Shane's in there now, Shane Williams. I mean it's gonna be
Noah
tough.
Tills.
Yeah, tough sledding.
yeah.
So
And Everly, he's our Mr. Pole guy. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
they're at the end of last season and then starting off this season. Like he is able to turn a quick lap.
Yeah, he is.
Zachary's in there too, or is that Cup?
no,
No, he's in there too.
Yeah, he's in there.
So
Yep.
yeah, I mean he's pretty quick too.
Yep.
A lot of quick guys. It'll
All
be
right.
fun.
On to Cup, I think. Unless we have anything else for either of those first two.
Nope, I think we're good on that.
All right. On to the Cup Series. Also ran a duel at Daytona on Monday. And starting on the front row is the 07 of Ryan Koch and the 7 of, I can't remember who that is. Where's the roster? It's the 7.
Wesley
Is that
Burke.
Wesley Burke? Yep, Wesley Burke. There we go.
Wesley
That's the
Burke.
front row. And then throughout that short race, there were a couple of cautions. And at the end of it, Garrett Wiles, newcomer to the series, the number 91, had a 6 on there as well, 916, as everyone was joking about in the chat. But Garrett Wiles comes away with the victory and will start in the 3rd position. And if I remember right, started 14 spots back, so he will improve his starting position via from qualifying up 12 at the start of the race. So a great jump for him going into this Monday's race at Daytona.
Yeah. Fortunately, I think I went the other way. I think I qualified really well in that, like 4th or 5th, and then I think I get to start 20th. I think the only one I beat was Kern because we both got into some people at the last restart. So
Lucky you.
Yeah, I get to be at the back. One or the other, right? Front or back?
One or the other. That's what I said, front or back. But yeah, it was a pretty good race. Got to clean up some of the pushing and the side drafting. I think that was the big thing. Obviously, no penalties because there was nothing egregious throughout the Cup race this week. But starting this week again, much like for ARCA with their IPL, this is where the penalties start with your at-fault cautions and such. So just be aware that if you get tagged for an at-fault, you will get an EOL. Make sure you're reading the rule book as well. Kind of the same spiel that we had for the ARCA guys as well, especially for the newcomers. A lot of the rules haven't changed too drastically for the people who have been in the league for a little bit, but just make sure you're caught up to date on those rules.
Pretty strict for all the newcomers in Xfinity and Cup. So, I mean, we're pretty strict on finding at faults on those. So, I think everybody in Gen 6 had a penalty at some point, and I'm sure it'll be the case in both these other series as well.
Yep.
So, although I'm looking forward to the long race. I mean, it is a long one. I don't know.
It is.
Say looking forward to it. It's kind of boring. You just pace around 90 laps and then have fun the last 10. Really. But
yeah,
it'll be all right. I'll just cruise back.
And we've got a a recurring track that we thought was kind of a what did we call it last year in Gen 6 there, Happy?
I don't know.
Rockingham. What did we call Rockingham after we did it? A dick punch? Was that what it was?
Oh yeah, probably. I was gonna say bullshit, but yeah, whatever. But I actually did okay there in the.
We
Gen
didn't
6.
learn our lesson. You know, we didn't learn our lesson from last season in the Gen 6. We went ahead and tossed the cup cars right into Rockingham for week 2.
Yeah, like didn't we have it week 2 or 3 last season?
It was
well?
week 2
It
last
was-
season in
yeah,
Gen
it was
6.
pretty early.
Yeah.
Who
So
makes those
Rock-
schedules? I wonder.
Man, he's just tossing out dick punches.
But so yeah, Daytona this coming Monday, 100 lap race, stages at 30 and 60. Again, the 3 tire sets. That'll play a really big factor for the 200 lap race at Rockingham the week after, though, with 3 tire sets. So, yeah, it's gonna be a challenge. Then this car and the way we're running the league with the lower tire sets, it's going to be a challenge for a lot of the drivers with the higher lap counts, especially in the Cup Series as well. So,
You know, Bryce made me that paint, and I was in there and I was trying to fix some more settings for tonight and things like that. So I just hopped in there, see what it looked like on track, and I hopped in that Camry. So I had to adjust all my buttons because I never driven a Camry before, and I went ahead and went on Rockingham. That thing is bumpy. It is hard just to stay off the bump so it doesn't push you around.
yep.
It's definitely going to be a handful, especially how many laps. And I know last season we didn't really pay attention too much to which tracks were longer, but I specifically went out and made sure these are the much longer races here in the Cup, and they go up. So from ARCA up. So how many laps do we have at Rockingham?
200.
Woo.
The same amount as Richmond the following week, right before Christmas, with 200 laps.
Man, we're pumping out 500 laps in 3 weeks, man.
Right before you have
We
your
got-
holiday break.
Rockingham's on the Xfinity schedule as well for 180 laps. I think week 7 or 8, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But, I think the Cup cars, they're just a little more stiff on the suspension, so you probably feel those bumps, and that probably affects the car a lot more than the Xfinity or the truck or anything really. So I'm sure it's exaggerated in that car.
Oh, absolutely. So,
Definitely. By the way, have y'all seen any of that? I meant to go over this at the beginning at the top, but any of the notes coming out for the season 1?
I have not.
I have not seen any.
Well, they are one. They're going to change the arrow on the trucks, so they can boost
Yeah,
the
Yes,
truck
that is
up,
right.
or make it better. I'm not sure, but more realistic to what it does in the draft. So it'll probably affect you a lot more in the dirty air, like some of the other vehicles. So I'm curious what it's going to be like in a draft. I know they're going to do a standalone widgets now for standings, relatives, and what else was it? I think weather. So you can't just have one on your black box. You'll actually have a standings and a relative. So I thought that was a pretty good ad for them. For the standalone lap timing, relative, standings, and weather. So instead of one black box, you can actually have like 4 of them up. So that'll be some good good improvements. Looks like they're trying to fix some of the netcode issues, which I know Wilder's a fan of them fixing that up a little bit. I know it's been an issue the past 3 months.
It's been worse. Like some of the ones I've seen recently are just like huge, like pretty. I mean, you're like half a car away, and it's just that. Or one happened with me and Bryce when we were doing the truck like preseason or whatever. I just threw up a race like on Saturday. Like I went to push him off the corner and I went and watched the replay. My bumper was in his rear bumper, and then all of a sudden it just kicked his car up to the right and up to the side, and like it wasn't nothing, it's like I was pissed. I'm like, dude, I don't know what to do. Just right around the back, I guess, on super speedways. And I know my car jitters around a little bit too on the super speedways, but that's not really a netcode thing. But we seen it in ARCA too with some drivers, and I mean, hopefully they get it at least a little better. I mean, it doesn't have to. It's not going to be perfect. I mean, it's hard. I mean, you got people from all over the world on here. And
Yeah.
it's real hard to get everybody meshed together correctly, I'm sure. But
Yeah, but the last 3 months, I've probably seen some of the worst netcode I've ever seen. And then even on that Indy race we had, man, that was some bad netcode in there. Nothing worse than having 3 foot of netcode. Just cruising along.
Another thing I heard, I don't know if it's true or not, but I heard some people talking about it, is they're going to have rating like per car or per series or something like that.
So
Like they're
that's
going to separate it out, or
that's
I
in
don't
the
know all
dirt.
the details. Oh,
That's
it's
in the
only in
dirt.
dirt. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
So
that's
your
actually a pretty
midget,
big
your
change. Yep.
sprint
Your
cars will be
sprint,
separate than your late
late
models and all that
models,
shit.
modifieds, and then what was the last one? Street
Street
stocks. Yeah, all of that stuff will be separate. So you'll have a I rating for each individual car.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Okay. Okay.
It
I was
definitely
wondering if
really-
they're doing.
with
They're
are
really
doing-
overhauling the dirt.
Yeah.
Really overhauling dirt.
They added a new dirt off-road layout for IRP. That's coming as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's coming as well. They're gonna have a search.
Oh yeah.
They're gonna have a search bar so you can actually look up a settings now. Because thank God, because that was god awful. If I wanted to change force feedback, and you have to look through 8,000 sections in the settings. So that's nice. They'll have a search bar for that. Then, day late, dollar short, the new track configuration for Rockingham and the new asphalt and all that will be out when season 1. Unfortunately, we're already hit it.
For Cup, we might
Cup.
catch it with Xfinity though.
Yep.
Let's take a look. I'm gonna look at that. Yeah, week 7, so that'll be January 28th. So that should be right around when it happens.
Oh, yeah, that'll be pretty close then. So, other than that, that was just some of the notes I try to make. I thought having those widgets would really help. I think they're trying to add so you don't have to have race labs or sim overlay or whatever, overlay up and.
Yep.
But still, they're probably not going to offer as much as like Race Labs does with their stints and all that. That's what I really like about that. So you can see the stints and.
With them offering that, it gives guys that are like on a tighter budget, or not a top end PC, allowing them not to have a secondary overlay and using up CPU and all that. So it wouldn't be as much of a strain if it's all in one software package, I would think, instead of having a second. So.
Yeah, there's nothing worse when you're first starting out, trying to mess with switching standings and relatives and your fuel and tires and working the mouse to click.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Yeah, especially when you're on those tracks that you're constantly on the wheel and you don't have those little breaks.
Yep. So that was all about season 1 of 2026 update there. I just want to point out those notables there, and I'm curious what they're going to do with the truck there with the aero changing. So.
You want to know the one thing I didn't hear you talk about, which is unfortunate? No Dodge Ram yet. I've heard rumor that's not coming until season 2, so they can have time to get a scan of the Ram.
That's fair enough. It'll be ready
But that's
for
unfortunate.
next season.
Yeah, unfortunately.
There's gonna be 48 Dodge Rams out there, 2 Chevys.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, speaking of trucks, that's a great segue into what happened last Sunday night. We ran our Daytona race for the Truck Series. It did end up going to 1 green, white checkered. And overall, not a bad race. I mean, there was a couple of incidents, 7 total cautions, including the 2 for stage. Actually, I think did we get the cautions right before the stage?
Yes.
Yeah, both
of them?
stages ended early because of cautions.
That's right.
Yeah.
So
like both of them were like 3 or 4 laps early.
3 or 4, yeah.
Yep.
So those are all
Yeah.
true cautions.
All true cautions. But overall, though, not a bad race. The race winner, my teammate, back from season 2, back again here in season 4, Zachary Tyler, gets his first win of the season and a great points day as well with all those bonus points from the stages. Ryan Seabolt ends up finishing in 2nd with Don Miller rounding out the podium, and then David Meacham in 4th, and Sean McLean in the top 5 finishing it out there.
Yeah, I mean that was our best season opener we've ever had amongst all of our series. I think. I mean, with the amount of vehicles we have, the low X's. I mean, nobody had. I don't think over 24. Nobody got DQ'd. That's probably never happened before. Then we had how many out there? Was it 49?
Yeah, we started with 49 and 25 were on the lead lap for the checkered.
Yeah,
So
I mean, only like 8 or so that were above 20 or so. Maybe
yeah,
10 or so, but there wasn't that many. So, I mean, those cautions that happened were, pretty low involvement. So, I mean, there was a couple big ones, but yeah, I mean, it was a great race. Wish my PC would have ran a little bit better. Could have broadcasted that, and everybody could have seen the greatness that was the trucks, the opening of the season 4 trucks.
yeah, like you guys said, I mean, overall it was a good race. Opening up the season, definitely some things to clean up as far as admin side. Rewatching the race for the doing the review for penalties. Back of the field, just try and gather it up, get into position a little bit sooner, and close up the gaps. That'll definitely help the restarts be a lot cleaner. That was really the biggest thing that I saw as far as like a series wide issue. Then of course, I mean, you got individual incidents that took place throughout the race, but that's why we have the rule book in place and we do the reviews and we hand out the penalties. So sure everybody's seen it. That came out Friday. Several warnings. I think there was only one penalty handed out that came with a point deduction and EOL for tonight. So that'll be easy for you guys in the booth starting off the race that you only have one to hand out instead of a whole list. Once we get to IPL season, that may change at that point. But no, it was a good race. Team wise, for me personally, it wasn't the best. I didn't have the best race. I think that last caution, I almost avoided any contact, but I was floating right there with the incidents, and it gave me a 20. So when everybody took the green white, I got to take the pass through there. So that happens. So first race of the season, long season. So moved on from it about 5 minutes after the race was over, and looking forward to tonight at Kansas. Should be another good one. Everybody definitely needs to be on point for your qualifying because we are only taking 43 tonight. That's how many pit stalls are available. And looking at the check-in, we have 52 trucks checked in. So if everyone that has checked in, there will be 9 that will not make the field for tonight. So,
which is crazy. The most I think we had not make the field was just 1, I think, last season in our second race. So that is
1 or 2.
insanity.
So, yeah, I think we were supposed to have like 46 sign up for that, and then a couple didn't show. Ended up being just 1. So.
Yeah, and that always happens. So, biggest suggestion there is don't scrape the wall on both of your qualifying laps.
Maybe go lap 1 hot lap.
Yes, I was about to say you need to go lap 1 and 2 hot lap because you just have to put something safe down.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be flirting with that. I wouldn't even chance it. I mean, chances are if you put a half a decent lap down, you're going to get in. But I mean, if everybody does that, then someone's going to not make it. Matt, overall, it was good to see you finish well with a low X count. I feel like you tend to start out in a bad way in trucks. It just seems like that. Now, I do want to point out you may have finished 7th, but your total standings right now is 8th.
Yeah, it's fine. I know. I'm aware.
All right.
But it doesn't matter because I finished 7th. That's the only thing that matters to me. No, it was a roller coaster race for me. I got caught up in a couple of incidents early on. We had a big checkup on the front straightaway after the caution came out, and I ended up over braking and hooking my car in the right front of it right into the outside wall, had wheel damage. I had like 7.5 minutes of damage, and I just was, rather than using the fast repair, I didn't feel comfortable with using it that early in the race. I think it was like lap 20. I think that was the second caution of the race. Didn't feel comfortable with using it there, so I just said, screw it. I'm gonna fix the damage and just do what I can do throughout the race and be there at the end. And just in case, I'll have that fast repair. And got caught up in another one a little bit later on. Had to continue repairing the truck, and I mean, at the end of the race, I was there because the truck was all good to go once we got to the last couple of restarts and everything. So
There was
Yeah.
a lot of people that were lapped down that ended up coming back. Like Anthony Hall was 38 for like half the race, I swear. And then I was doing the final standings, and I think he finished like 14th or something.
15th.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was like,
hard
wow.
charger there at the end.
Yeah.
I think he got his last lap back not on the green white checkered start. I think it was the one before that. But he battled back. It might have even been the green white checkered. I don't remember. But he charged forward. I remember. And I mean, overall, a great points day for my team. First, fourth, and seventh. We were ecstatic with that.
Yeah, you guys have a huge point. But as far as your case, Matt, and what you were saying, happy about Hall, is like, don't give up on a race if it starts off on the wrong foot. You just kind of sit there and grind it out. It may not be your week, or it could be, and things just fall in play mid race towards the end of the race that you end up with a decent night. So those are good cases as far as just pointing to let all you know to hang in there every week, and not just get frustrated right off the bat and drop out of the race once something goes not in your favor.
Oh, for sure. It's the same thing happened to me and Danny at Xfinity. We were lapped down after our green flag pits. I sped. I think he did too. We had a 40-second hold. We were lapped down in 19th and 20th, and then a caution comes out with like 5 or 6 laps left. I was able to actually, the way the cautions were, I didn't even have to get my wave around it. I was just had my lap back. He got his wave around, and there we are, finished 4th and 5th. I mean, that was like with 5 laps left. So, yeah, just stay with it. I mean,
especially with especially with like the team standings.
Oh, for sure.
We have the team of 4, and top 3 get added into your team points each week. And even if you're having a bad night, there's other guys that are going to have bad nights. And if you keep your truck going around in circles, you may pick up a couple of spots. I know there at the end of last season for trucks, I think it was the teams that were like 3rd to 5th. I mean, they were all single digits away from one another. So, I mean, a bad night where you just keep your truck on the track and you pick up a couple of extra points just by hanging in there, that may make a big difference at the end of the season.
Yeah, it's what cost me in Gen 6 last season, was just a couple of points. So I wasn't able to move on to the round of 8 because of that. So, yep. But
Any favorites going into the truck season?
I'll say,
Or
Ryan
Kansas
Siegel.
in general?
My
Half
boy
the
Siegel.
field is my favorite.
Yeah. I know.
You can't pick a favorite. I mean,
I know,
there's
but if
so
we
much
call it
competition.
now and we go back and look at it in 3 months, someone's going to be a genius.
Zachary
I
Tyler.
mean, yeah, I mean, the level of competition this
Is
season compared to
too
last
high.
season is crazy. But yeah, Zachary Tyler, Ryan Seabolt, Meacham, Drew. I mean, that guy can get in any vehicle that you want him to drive, and he figures it out. So, I mean, he's always going to have a showing.
Chris Romano, KT, Anthony Hall, Bloodworth, Danny,
Curious
Chris.
curious to see after the IPL comes out, how the favorites might change.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Thank goodness a lot of people had really good days. So
Mhm.
I think it's going to be a pretty low IPL, this first one.
I think a lot of these guys are fast. I mean, there's a lot of fast guys in here, but
We have 20 to 25 fast drivers.
consistency, and staying clean might be a difference maker for some of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, we're going to a track that I'm cursed at, so don't expect me to be at the
Mhm.
front tonight.
That yeah, I'm really excited. Of course, my love is the trucks anyway, but I'm really excited to watch this season play out just because I don't feel like I'm being partial, but I think it is our highest competitive. I mean, a lot of new guys in Xfinity. Most of that is all new, so we don't really know them. We could have just as competitive in there, but trucks is crazy with 20 guys that should probably have a legitimate say at being in the top 12 in the playoffs.
Not even just the top 12, the top 8, maybe even the top 4. I mean, there is so much competition in the truck series, and we thought it was competitive last season. I think last season we said there were probably 15 to 18 drivers. I think this season it's 20 to 25. Genuinely, I think there are so many talented drivers between the fast people that came up from ARCA, the people who were returning from last season in the truck series as well. I mean, there's just so many good drivers, and
Well, just three
it's
new
going to
ones
be a challenge.
right off the rip is Drew, Meacham, and Romano. I mean, those are new guys to the
Yeah.
series, all in just right off the top of my head that weren't even counting on last season because they weren't here. So
Sean McLean finished top 5. He came from ARCA last season. Quinn McLean in 11th came from ARCA last season. Nathan Murray in the 47 finished in 12th. Same thing. Came from ARCA last season. There's 3 guys in the top 15, all from the ARCA series. And then, like you said, Romano, Meacham returning from season 2. I mean, there's a lot of fast guys. It's going to be a challenge for anybody who's in the series to make the playoffs.
And some people just perform better in the series. Like, some guys may not run the ARCA very well, and that I don't run Gen 6 or Cup Series better. For some reason I run Indy okay, Gregory Fadnays, he's having a tough time in ARCA, but in Bryce's league, he does okay in Cup. So some people are just better in other series too. So just because those guys come up from ARCA don't mean they're not going to be even better in trucks. So
Right.
Oh yeah, for sure.
All right. Anything else to talk about? We got Kansas today, shortly after the podcast is over. But
day or night?
anything else?
I think it's day, isn't it?
Yeah, it's day.
I don't know if
Yeah.
I ever raced there.
And then next week we're at IRP, which is a night race, short track. I would definitely suggest everybody get some practice on there. It's not a hard track, but you just need to be familiar with it, especially with such a large field.
And
then after that,
38 stalls on that one, right? We said.
correct. Yep.
Yeah.
So IRP's got 38 pit stalls, and then after that we hit Auto Club before the holiday break.
Yeah, it's gonna be a fun one, and I'm excited to do this race tonight and see who's really
So am
gonna
I.
stand out.
Yep.
So some of these guys that had a bad performance are really gonna need a good one tonight. So Chris.
Yeah. And not to say too much, but we also have, again, another money race as we go into the Christmas holiday. On December 23rd, we're going to go dirt track racing in the truck at Bristol. Again, $10 entry gets you in. It's going to be broadcasted. And
Yeah, get
it's
in
going to
that,
be
guys.
heat races.
Y'all talked me into doing dirt.
Yeah. Heat races, feature race. It's going to be fun. So hop in there if you are interested. Get a hold of Happy or any of the admin team and make sure you're paying through the Cash app of your choice. Not Cash app, but PayPal, Venmo, Cash app, whatever money app you use.
Yes, sir.
All right.
I just had one more thing I wanted to add.
Yep.
That we were talking about right before we came on the air here is drivers. It really helps us out if you guys use the race sign in and check in or out. Especially early on in the season, because a lot of people sign up and then sometimes they don't show up, or sometimes they do. It gives us a good gauge if we need to recruit. It's better to recruit now rather than 5 weeks from now when people don't want to join in the middle of the season. So just take the extra 2 minutes or 5 seconds it takes to just react if you're gonna race or not. And if you're not sure, do one. You could switch it, but at least we know you're active and you're not just sitting idle on the sidelines. It just helps us out. So
All right. I think that's everything. Unless anybody else has something that I missed.
No, it's good with me.
Yep, I'm good.
All right, we will be back in just a little while for the Truck Series race here at Kansas Speedway. And it's going to be a fun one, so you don't want to miss it. We will catch you in just a bit.